Well, hello everybody, it's Bug Eater 64 and gonna be getting on with the Air Hauler2 flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And as you can see, we're gonna go from our home base here at Miami Executive, KTMB, and we're gonna be heading down here to one of the islands, MYX1, which is called Crooked Island. Okay, and we're going to take cargo there of 3,881 pounds. It's a 374-mile flight, and we're carrying, and the cargo is glass. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and get the simulation started and get inside the airplane. So we'll catch you on the inside.
Okay, here we are in the cockpit of our King Air 350i. So let's get things going here. I'm going to let the co-pilot start this bird up. There are still so many switches and systems that just don't work in this thing. But we're going to get her started and we'll fly this mission, make some money.
Engaging autopilot.
And why does it engage the autopilot? This thing has tripped me up more than once in different aircraft, where it turns the autopilot on while I'm on the ground. And I have to be extra careful to look at it to make sure it's not on when I'm taking off. Otherwise, things get very ugly very quickly.
System test. Okay.
Okay. So, looks like just about everything's set up. Let's get ready to roll here.
To Miami ground, Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray with Sierra request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray taxi to and hold short of runway 9er right using taxiway Golf Echo Delta Juliet cross runway tree 1 Lima. Contact tower on 118.9er when ready.
All right.
Taxi to and hold short runway 9er right using taxiway Golf Echo Delta Juliet cross runway tree 1 Lima Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray.
Gonna have to fix that. If I hit the B or Bravo key on my keyboard, that sets my parking brake.
Alpha Delta Delta X-ray, hold position, caution, other traffic. Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray, continue taxi.
Roger, Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray.
Besides setting my parking brake, it also sets my barometric pressure. When the mission started here, that beeping sound I suddenly realized was Air Hauler2 telling me, hey, you haven't started it yet. So now we're good to go. Pretty lengthy taxi down to the end of runway 9, so we won't burden you guys with the whole thing. Pull up here and do our final checks to get ready to take off. Flaps for takeoff. Yeah, the autopilot was on the ground. That shouldn't even be in the checklist. Alright, so it is turned off now. We just set our altitude and our vertical speed when we do turn on the autopilot after takeoff.
Miami Tower Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray at runway 9er right ready for takeoff departing straight out.
Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta, X-ray cleared for takeoff, runway 9 right, departing straight out, approved.
Cleared for takeoff runway 9 right, Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray.
All appropriate lights are on, so we should be ready for takeoff. Power, and let's get out of here. And okay, push forward on the stick, keep that nose down. Okay, rotate. Clear. You're up. Okay, the yaw damper is on, so that's why we're getting the warning light. Okay, so we'll just turn on the yaw damper and it goes away.
Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta, X-ray, you are leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
To Miami Tower, Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray frequency change. Miami approach, Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray is type Beechcraft King Air 4 miles northeast of 14 Foxtrot Alpha. Request flight following.
Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta, X-ray Miami approach. Squawk 7162.
Squawk 7162, Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray.
Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta, X-ray radar contact 4 miles east of 14 Foxtrot Alpha 1,700 feet. Altimeter tree 0.17.
Copy, Bug Eater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray.
are on our way. And just under 400 miles. Musical interlude.
Oh, there ain't no fighter pilots down in hell. There ain't no fighter pilots down in hell. The place is full of queers, navigators, bombardiers, and there ain't no fighter pilots down in hell. A bomber pilot's life is just a farce. A bomber pilot's life is just a farce. The autopilot's on, he's reading comics in the John. A bomber pilot's life is just a farce. Oh, there ain't no fighter pilots in Japan. Oh, there ain't no fighter pilots in Japan. 'Cause they're all across the bay, getting shot at every day. There ain't no fighter pilots in Japan. There ain't no fighter pilots up attack. There ain't no fighter pilots up attack. 'Cause the place is full of brass sitting around on their fat ass. And there ain't no fighter pilots up attack. There ain't no fighter pilots in the States. There ain't no fighter pilots in the States. They're all on foreign shores making mothers out of whores. And there ain't no fighter pilots in the States. There ain't no Navy pilots in the fray. No, there ain't no Navy pilots in the fray. They're in Hollywood out west doing what they do best. There ain't no Navy pilots in the fray. Oh, there ain't no fighter pilots down below. No, there ain't no fighter pilots down below. They're all way up above, drinking whiskey, making love. There ain't no fighter pilots down below.
And I hope you enjoyed that. That was the Rowdies featuring Mr. Jonas singing "There Ain't No Fighter Pilots Down in Hell." Yeah, he's a veteran. He's done a lot of really great music. I think you can find his CDs on Amazon if you're interested. And we are making our approach in. You can see the weather got pretty ugly. So I have never been to this airport. So we're gonna look at it once. Runway 09 and 28, so right, let's say 10 and 28. Yeah, we're going to do a flyby and then I'll swing around.
Bank angle.
Come in for a landing. And since we're carrying glass, we got to make sure this landing is, if not butter, it needs to be smooth. So we'll see how this goes. It's a relatively short runway too, less than 3,000 feet, I believe.
500.
So we're going to try and touch down as near the end of the runway as feasible. It seems to end right at the water, so this could get interesting.
Minimums.
Couple times as I try to figure the approach here, since there's no radio communications. Shining through the haze. Keep us out of the water here.
Minimums.
We can get it on the ground nice and easy.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reversers. Okay. Well, that went much better than I thought it might. Very nice. Okay. Let's get back to Air Hauler. Unload the cargo. Mission complete. All right. Parking brake dinging at me. So we had a smooth landing. So everything went well. Got credit. No complaints.
All right, everybody, this is Bug Eater 64, and we completed the flight. Everything went well this time. No issues to speak of, other than the weather got continuously worse as we get closer to the island. But we're here. We delivered the goods. We got paid. Everything is good. So, with that, there might be a couple jobs. We'll check that out to see leaving here. If not, we'll just have to see how things go. But Air Hauler2 and Microsoft Flight Simulator seems to be working just fine, and we're going to build up the business. So until next time, this is Bug Eater 64. Glad you came along for the ride. Sure hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. And as always, remember, safe flying.